Yeah. Well, I kind of want to, is the thing, Spicer. I do want to make a career out of this, you know? It has certainly inspired me more than pretty much anything else. Whew. All right. It'll be all right. All is well. I think last time we did an outward, I'd moved to the Hallowed Marsh to get some mush stuff, and we have been preparing to head our way back home. Mainly these two things, so I only need one more. Double check my inventory. Yep, looks like we're pretty much good. Laser beams and wing things. Hippo wingdings. I think my voice has changed again due to the sickness, so pardon me. Let's see. I really don't want to get laser beamed again, honestly. It's like the least of things that I want to do. The voice has traveled the Hallow Marsh and fallen into a couple of pools of goop, unfortunately. Nice and easy little stomp of some bandits. I've actually been playing a lot of Chivalry in my off time too, since I can't really work or do anything moving around too awful much. So it's been fun trying that. I need that. Don't have anything really regenerating my stamina. Deep Rock's a good choice. I think Bendy is, as we speak, still grinding up Scout. Let's see. Yeah, Solo Scout seems to be, by and large, the way that these scouts meant to be played, air quotes. He's a very independent character, even if you have a team. I'm hoping I'll be able to find an Ash Giant Heart tonight so I can get the Ruined Halberd up and running. It looks pretty cool. I doubt it's going to be just the one thing to do it, but it'll be fun to find out more about it. So, how are Spicer and Alex tonight, since you were the first ones here? Tell me every days. I know you've had back pain a little bit, Alex. You've been playing Morrowind and stuff. Anything else interesting today? Just walking right now. Okay. Back pain may be one of the worst pains because everything, I guess, is attached to your back in some way. It's your anchor point, so doing just about anything always hurts. Pain in the butt. Pain in the butt. A couple of things should be done, finished building once I get back to Sirocco, too. Means I'll be able to start building more stuffs, which will be even neater. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how Sirocco evolves from the different buildings and stuff that you give it, because I noted that there's like an actual stone archway and stuff right now. Maybe it'll actually start looking like a full city. Should be kind of neat. Ooh. Well, it's good that you actually got some sleep, Spicer. As we've discussed before, and I've told you before, you need to sleep more. Make sure to rest up. Alex, it's important to try and feel good too. I say while I'm actively streaming while I'm sick, but eh. Oh, I forgot to put Discord on Do Not Disturb, didn't I? Oop. Fix that. Ah, regret. I shouldn't have looked back. Please don't hit. I just want to go places. What do you mean? What's some of the things that it takes into account, Alex? I think it's a lot of scripts. It does. That sounds pretty cool. Also, like you said, a nightmare to actually script and code, though. It's a lot of variation. Nope. Hunger, sleep, and thirst. And a cooking system. Yeah. Normally you'd need at least a couple of mods. Like, they may, hook into one another, but usually be made by separate people. Thank you again, Anonymous Cheer. I'm not sure if it's the same person. Thank you very much for the 100 bits, friend. I may not know who you are, but you are a bean, and you remain a bean. Thank you. Okay, we're not heading to Levant, so I gotta keep going south. Survival skills are... I don't know why there aren't more AAA games that sort of take into account things like that. Like, an actual AAA survival game might be interesting to see. Of course, I say that knowing full well it would probably be throwaway. That is a pretty good modifier. Did you actually get double XP on one of yours, Bendy? Ooh. Now that's pretty tasty. That's super tasty. Moving on up. It's only a couple levels. Triple XP? That can be true, Spicer. A game that I kind of like that has pretty good survival mechanics is The Long Dark. Yep. Wavelengths. Long Dark is excellent. That's probably because you are a Bendy. Interloper doesn't care about your feelings or your will to survive.
Greetings, friend.
Interloper just wants to see you feed a wolf. A woofer. I remember Fluffy and The Long Dark. If anyone recognizes that reference, you are an extra good bean. Yep. There you go, Alex. Yep. I introduced The Long Dark to a friend once, and I just had the stupidest shit-eating grin whenever he walked into the dam for the first time. Just, it was pretty great. Fluffy is mean. Fluffy just doesn't know how to give appropriate hugs. They're just a little bit too enthusiastic with their hugging. With their mouth. Scruffy, go hell. Go heck. There's like this stupid hippos in Caldera. Too bad they have valuable faces. What's your longest survival time then? Stupid fish. Freezing in the long dark weather. Sad puffer fish sounds. I think the longest that I have survived is probably... Let's see... 300 to 400? But that's... I only stopped because I got a little bored with it. Once you actually establish a loop and stabilize it, there's not much else that you need to do. You're surviving. You did it. Congratulations. In a lot of my playthroughs before that one, I ended up having a lot of trouble. What would usually get me, or would lead to my demise, was durability sinks, basically. Ooh. Cattails keep you strong, Bendy. Hey man, if you can't afford the buff, at least you're alive. Not being dead is the ultimate buff. don't know if I'd call myself an expert. One of the big things, too, with that one, I think, is finding a renewable way to treat infections and sicknesses and whatnot, too. I thought it was pretty cool when they added, like, the Wendigo thing for Halloween, too. That was rad. Correct. But you gotta make sure to have a reliable source of those wherever you settle down. And you have to build up a, you gotta actually set up a stockpile of them, too. Because you will run out of antibiotics and other meds. Those don't grow on trees, sadly. Bears. Bears suck. While we're at it, so do moose. Meese. You looking mighty delicious, boy. It'd be a shame if I ate you. Because the bear will find you. Alternatively, murder the bear. You will get eaten, Clockwork. Also welcome.
Can I help you?
For clarity, we're talking about the long dark, Clockwork.
Can I help you?
Sweet, sweet, delicious, easily accessible food. Don't die, Bendy. What is this? Let me in.
So, what's on the agenda
As our
today?
resources. We are breaking even. Heck yeah.
So, what's on the agenda today?
Take these. Hey man, I'm sick. But yeah. All the British people ate them.
So, what are we working on today?
Okay. I didn't know that was a thing that zoos did. Just let them out. You do you.
Can I help you?
Unparalleled benefits. Give me your bread. Huh. That's an experience that not too awful many people have these days, Clockwork. It's interesting. Not very many people at all. Old Sirocco or somewhere else. I need to get more of those Ashen Giant hearts, so we're gonna go hunting for big people. Wolves are very interesting creatures. They can still compete with actual #magic creatures too, which is neat. Let's see. Bears, man, how do they work? I need this. Ooh. Eh. 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 Bears are spooky. Thanks, Clockwork. I don't know if you can hear me when I said that, but thank you. Cool. I kind of wish there was a way for me to disable ads, but I can only disable ads by running an ad. Bears are dangerous. I say again, bears are dangerous. One thing that I think that makes bears so dangerous to a lot of folks is they just don't give a solid crap about anything. They're not afraid of you. They're not afraid of anything. They're not afraid of themselves. A bear look at themselves in the mirror and be like, I take myself in a fight. Hell yeah. Maybe like a black bear. I don't know. Well, stupid grizzly bear. Finish swearing, huh? Is there a unique quality? Ooh. Uh. Do it again. Yeah, whatever. Also, whatever. I'm drinking this potion. You can't stop me. Do your jump. Eh. Yeah, free intimidation roll. Not bad. That's handy. Action economy's pretty useful in the real world, too, it turns out. Maybe I was thinking of polar bears. Polar bears suck, too. Surprise! Yeah. Eh. Oh. I mean, most things can one-shot humans. You guys aren't terribly durable. That's why you bring tools. Let's see. Yeah, I'll get the one in Old Sirocco first. We're hunting emissaries. Wait. Well, oh well. I'm still after the giants. But I know where to find giants, so. Pretty sure I need 3 of those hearts. That sounds awful. See, most of the time in the long dark, you can get away from stuff by going into a house. A grizzly bear just eats its way through the house. Bap. Hey, I'm in here with you. I'm gonna eat you. Nice and toasty. There, Clockwork. Do your thing. Ew. Well, welcome to summer. Try not to melt.
Want to buy something?
Always. Give me your potions. Whoa. Whew. Mm-mm. Make sure to drink plenty of fluids, Clockwork. Don't die. We do still like you here. Thank you kindly, Clockwork. Straighten up a little bit. Sweet, sweet Boreal horn. Have you been playing Chivalry anymore, Clockwork? It is. What's your favorite class? What's your favorite loadout? Any favorite strategies? I don't know if it would play very well on PS4. Everyone seems to be really fond of the axe. Come on, buddy, we're going up here. You talking about like the Dane axe? I could see it getting a nerf, but I don't have too awful much problem with it. I like using the longsword. Let's see. Thank you, Spicer. That sounds like a heartfelt rant, more than likely. Maybe if axes had hit stop, kind of like maces. Higher stamina cost and hit stop, but you could combo if you miss still. PvP games can be an acquired taste. It's easier to deal with its presence if the game has other properties that do it. You know, an actual PvE section. Go for it, Clockwork. Stab people. Report your KD here so we can judge you. Dang it, I need to make a Discord. I've been sick. I was able to do it this weekend, but And there's still a part of my brain like, no, that's weird, don't do that. Delicious memes. I need to make a Discord as well, Clockwork. I just keep forgetting, and I got sick this weekend, which is when I was aiming to do it, so. Well, thank you kindly again, an anonymous cheerer. I still appreciate you. You are still a very good being, and I am glad that you have come to say hi and stay with us here. Clockwork has a Discord server, Spicer. I'm alive, Callenton. I am a little bit worse for wear than yesterday. You may be able to tell that my voice has changed yet again. Spicer is a shy bean. Thank you, Gallatin. I have a couple of friends who are like that as well, Spicer. You included. There's a target. Let's get nice and prepped for this. I'm not feeling good, so I can't really afford to screw this up too bad. Thank you, Gallatin. What you mean, Clockwork? The game or the server itself? That's fair. Like I said, though, I'm here to collect beans. Oh. Eh. That's true. Eh. The sniper round, I forgot about that. Butthole. Eh. It's true, Clockwork. I suppose I could change games if everybody wants to. You are indeed a valuable part of the collection, Alex. A well-polished and very beanie bean. I wouldn't call you a stinky bean either, Spicer. You are a bean of beans as well. Pretty just sure I just saw a dip in connection, so Twitch might have borked there for a second. Crap. I just want another garnet. Oh, that sucks, Bendy. What happened? Did you get bonked? Let's see. Ooh. Yeah. I still remember that night that we all played, Deep Rock together. It was pretty cool. Feel free. Go wild, Beans. That's happy. That makes me happy. So, Spicer, I'm gonna be honest, I don't give a crap if you die every time we get into an engagement. It's fun playing with friends.
Hello, my friend.
In a video game, Spicer. You know what I meant. Don't make me bop you. Nobody is allowed to die. Welcome, K9. Hi, Iris. Welcome, welcome. I am Iris. I've been sick for probably a week now. Good, Spicer. And yeah, you can ask anyone, Iris. Yesterday my voice sounded different too. I'm slowly going through phases. The glaive in Chivalry 2, Clockwork. I haven't quite unlocked that one yet because I keep stabbing people. Shiv 2 is pretty rad. I like it quite a bit. Howdy, Lily Bean. Okay. I'll look you after stream, okay, Iris? Welcome, everyone. Nice to see you dropping in. I'm a little sick. You might have noticed that my voice is a little bit weird. I've been getting that a little bit. But I don't want to miss a stream, so I'm stubborn. I like hanging out with everybody. The tweeters. You just finished your move. I imagine you've been sleeping for a while and recovering from your jet lag as well as the new time zone. And yes, Spicer, I am. It's cool. I'm glad. Clockwork is melting. Hot toddy. I could use a hot toddy right now. That sounds nice. It is not K9. In my experience, a hot toddy is an alcoholic drink that's heated. Yep. Tea, honey, and rum. If you ask an older person, it is the de facto and best cure for literally any sickness. Let's see. I heard an old man say, it'll soothe your throat, cure you of a cold, gout, sickness. It'll make your skin smooth, cure your impotence, and make you the center of attention for all of those people that you want to find. Thank you, Monkey Bean. It is a drink, Bendy. I mean, he might. I don't think. Is there a company for it? To be honest, I don't know. Okay, Lily Bean. Give Monkey Bean a pat, please. You had as much rum as you need until you feel better, Canine. That's the secret. That's because it's not much of a recipe. It almost certainly started out as plain rum, and then some old fella had to, what's the word I'm looking for? Had to justify it to someone. I would probably do 1 part rum, 2 parts tea, and like a spoonful of honey. Or a big spoonful. I mean, if you want to, add some honey and tea to a bottle of rum and go to town, Canine. I'm not gonna judge you. Mm-hmm. So a true warrior uses themselves as the mixing cup. Great wisdom. Mm-hmm. Generally, Canine, the point of a hot toddy isn't to get drunk or even numb. It's just to, the alcohol helps with your throat. The honey helps with your throat. They're both fairly good for you in small doses. And tea is good. And it has to be hot, of course. It's a hot toddy, not a lukewarm toddy. Or a cold toddy. It just sounds stupid. I like rum. Rum is good. Alcohol in small doses is actually pretty good for EK9. It helps your blood pressure and stuff. A lot of things that may be otherwise considered bad for you actually do have fairly decent effects. Your liver knows how to filter out alcohol, which is the bad part, but a little bit of it will still make your blood pressure a little bit more smooth, and a couple of other effects. No. Really? So far as I was aware, the only... I didn't figure that alcohol could actually harm you in small doses like that. It just gets filtered out. Not bad, Clockwork. Welcome back. Today I learned. Ah, that makes sense. I guess I had a grain of a truth in there for it. It's good to know. I think there's probably a lot of knowledge and stuff along those lines about substances like that that needs to be explored still. I'm not an expert, of course. I'd be more active in this conversation if my brain wasn't so fuzzy. Acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde? Eh. Brain should be wrinkly.
Can I help you?
Okay. I like watching videos that go over studies and different bits of knowledge and whatnot. One of my favorite pastimes. And sometimes I am a very smooth-brained individual, canine. I'm not gonna lie.
Oi, over here. Well, let's get to work.
Let's see. There's some of these back in there. The money. I appreciate that. It makes me feel somewhat better about myself. I try to keep the brain smart. That's fine, Alex. Everything is absolutely fine. I don't like Hearthstone, but I'm not a terrible fan of card games either, really. Appreciate it, Spicer. I'm glad you chose to stay around too, by the by. Alright, posture check done. We'll do a big stretch. Achy joints, because of the sicky. Meh. Moogle! Speaking of Moogle. Herd jerk. That being said, some of the folks that I hang out with on the weekends do play trading card games, so I participated in trading card games. However, I have a reputation. So, usually I set it out. Yeah, playing meta decks isn't really my thing. And there's always a meta deck, or
Greetings,
a
friend.
turn 1 win or something like that, and that's boring. It's dumb. It's time to do anime intro. Do 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 do. We have acquired a Greg, gentlemen. Gentle beans. You will assist us against the Hippo Menace. And I do mean menace. Did you lose your arm there, Clockwork? You need both of those. It is true, Alex. It is the only solace that we get, a reprieve from the infernal chanting. Combos are good. I really like combos, Iris. But what makes me angry to see constantly, or I drew the card that I wanted, I win. Like, there's no counterplay or anything like that. It's just boring. 57 to 70 isn't too bad. It can be improved. That's the only thing about it. You must do better. I have. I came back around here specifically to kill all of their kind. I refuse. Their existence cannot go unpunished, Spicer. Eh. Come on. Alright, guess I'm doing this then. Come here. Alright then. What the heck keeps happening with that? Die. Gross, icky creature. Can't say I've ever been ledged in Chivalry Clockwork. I have, however, made several people regret going after the squishy archer. Yeah, the arena. Oh. See, Clockwork, you just don't go to the pit. If you don't go in the pit, then you don't get killed by people in the pit. Shoot them with arrows. They'll get angry eventually. Oh, those accursed archers. Being so far away from my wrath. Put yourself out. Oh, regret. Alex, quick tips. What's a gargoyle weak against? I can't remember it off the top of my head because my brain is very smooth right now. Thanks. I appreciate you. You're a good being. Also, probably two very correct answers. Goblins are weak to ice and fire both. The tail has been severed. Soaked to the bone. That's true, K9. Hey, you big, dumb, icky nerd with your stupid stone skin. I'm not answering that. Let's go. Come on. Come on. No. No. You don't get to sit back down. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on, you idiot. Stupid, dumb, gross, icky. Mistake. Mistake. Abomination. Should have stayed a statue. Thank you, Alex. Vigorously apply weapon directly to the problem until it ceases to be a problem. RPG. That looks normal. This is a mushroom. I hate mushrooms. You know you're jaded when you eat a sandwich off a dead guy's corpse. I bet an agitated Greg would be a foe to be reckoned with if you threw it directly at their face. Also, welcome, Fibra. The armor looks sick as hell. It's like power armor. But magic. A tank has never managed match quicker, Alex. Howdy, Mog. And I'm making it alright, Fibra. You may have noticed that my voice changed again. And that's because I'm sick-er. Though I do have some medication that has been making me pretty fuzzy while we've been playing. But I'm still here because I want to be here. Dang it. Okay, Mog. It's pretty worth it, kitty. Even if you don't decide to do it right now, it generally cycles through being on sale on different platforms. So if it's not on sale on Steam, just look on like Epic Games or something. Or your preferred platform of choice. Ah, I ran right into that. Nope. Nope. Slurp. Alright. There's more than one of them, so we actually have to take them seriously. Then you have probably found it, kitty. If you want to see any more, or especially an early game, this playthrough is my first one, and my VODs pretty much start this first playthrough. So, go back to whenever something might interest you. I've been at it for a while. A large portion of it is dungeon diving, preparing, dungeon diving some more. They introduce interesting new elements with each patch and each DLC/expansion that comes out. For $10, this game is literally stealing. Flat out. Not even to fangirl over it, and I am a girl. Sorry for the deep voice. $10. Do it. It's worth it. You want a dungeon crawly RPG? Get it. I'd also recommend Legends of Grimrock too, if you like that sort of RPG. Dead by Daylight, K9. I've played it. Fun bit of play. Some people take it a little bit too seriously. Ow. actually don't know how many hours I have in this game at this point. It's quite a few. Yep. Boss battles aren't a common thing in this one because the main shift of outwards game is that you're not really like an Uber guy. You're not a hero or anything like that. One of your first things that happens to you is your house gets taken away or is about to get taken away, and your first quest is to try and scrounge up enough money to keep it. Bosses hurt. A boss battle is something that you specifically prepare for, leave town to go do, and that is probably the thing that you're gonna do until you go back to town to resupply. There's all sorts of little hidden secrets and stuff like that too. How many have I confronted, folks? Like 2 or 3 in this entire game? Hey, thank you very much for the follow, kitty. Welcome, welcome, Bean. I appreciate the follow. I've beaten the Plague Doctor, the Golden Lich. I'm not sure if you would qualify the Levant confrontation as a boss fight. Yeah. No worries. You're free to come and go as you please, kitty. I'm just glad you decided to stop by. You're welcome anytime you want to. Feel free to drop any suggestions in my little suggestion box too, and use your beans for anything you want to. Do the jump. That's rough. Well, I would honestly suggest Outward as one of the ones that you might get. What are the favorite types of games that you usually like to play, kitty? Okay. Okay. Well, one we talked about a little bit earlier. Simulation games on the survival line. Consider looking into The Long Dark. It's quite a good survival simulation game. Action RPGs. Outward, of course. I would also recommend... Let's see. Deep Rock Galactic is a good, fun, cooperative shooter game. Borderlands 3 just came out recently, though that's not my cup of tea. That would be a good looter shooter that you might like. Let's see. You could look into modding Skyrim or Oblivion or anything if you haven't. Recently. Maybe. I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest. The only reason I say recently is because one of my friends got it done in his PlayStation 5. So it's recent to me. Well, see? I don't keep up with Borderlands too much. So take the Borderlands recommendation with a grain of salt. Let's see. Fair enough. I would possibly recommend as well. Let me think. Probably Remnant from the Ashes. It's a good looter shooter, a la Souls-like sort of thing. Pretty fun. hmm Also, yes. I've seen a little bit about Relink. It looks pretty rad. I actually got pretty hard into Grand Blue Fantasy Versus a little while ago, too. Good fighting game if you haven't played it. Depending on how much you are into that sort of thing, you might also like the magic system and stuff from Outward as well, Kitty. Hmm. I've heard Near Replicant was good, but I haven't had a chance to sink my teeth into it. Great. I caught a cold. Game mirroring real life. Howdy, console. Welcome. Welcome, Bean. How you doing? You may have noticed that my voice has changed yet again due to my sickness. Good to know. I've heard that quite a few times about it too. Do your thing. Why is that happening? Alright, so I don't know what happened there, but my spells were getting blocked by something. Any ideas, folks? Because I had that, but I was trying to dedicate too much time to it. Oh no. Maybe. I'm not sure what it is either, Alex. It gets on my nerves, though. So, when I was targeting that snail spicer, basically whenever I was casting spark to actually cause a fireball in the sigil, it was arcing upwards or something along those lines, basically off target, so I couldn't hit the target. And it did it so consistently that I really just couldn't fight it. Big dumb. Don't like. Yep. Howdy, Bean. Welcome. The Bean of Beans. How are you doing tonight, too? It's alright, console, by the way. I'll make it out. Yeah. So, a lot of things in this particular zone, Kitty, use a lot of magic in their attacks and whatnot. This is magic armor, essentially. It has barrier and normal resistances, where it shrugs off magic a little bit better. I guess I don't really want to engage the snails in close range, though, because I know what they can do with their little AoE. So we're going to try again, but I'm going to be a little bit safer. No, alright. to know. Can't get close. That's super annoying. Thank you very much for the stretch, kitty. I'll have to keep that in mind from now on. Though that is the first time I've ever recalled that becoming an issue. Not quite, not quite. We hate slugs here. Or at least those slugs. Sorry to disappoint you on that one, kitty. Just a stretch. Got you stretch, your posture check, and you hydrate. All the streamer basics. Never had escargot. Would kind of like to try it, but that would involve eating a snail. Good evening, Cybertech. Welcome. How you doing, Bean? Tap this iron to see if we get... yeah, that's what I was wanting. Nope. Oh well. Hopefully there aren't too many more of those things in and around here, because I'm not a terrible fan of fighting them up close. Hmm. Must be on another side. Oh, incidentally, there's a pretty good music score to this as well, kitty. But I've got the music muted because I tend to upload my VODs to YouTube, and sometimes it'll get struck for that. The background music you're hearing is just a playlist for background music. I think I hear another one of the snails. Gross. Oh, just bugs. Bugs, 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 bugs. This is Greg. Not all of it, but evidently there was something with the creators of this particular one going a little overbearing on it. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Slurp. Alright. I don't like that debuff. You're welcome, console. That's why I've always had ambient music going in the background whenever I play. Because, me small, you don't want to get DMCA'd. Yep, we're just gonna go full out on this stupid snail. Ew, this is a drop-off? Gross. Pick that back up. Yeet. Oh, not that bad of a drop-off. Thus, the value of preparation is cast in stark light once again. Come here, Greg. This has been a relatively profitable little cave. I feel like I'm still missing something, though. Yeah, that's not the way to do it. Even if I could get down there that way, that's not the way to do it. At least there were only 3 of those snails, and I didn't really have to fight them in too confined of an area. Now that I know a little bit more about them. Still hate them, but eh, eh, eh. Not to put too fine a point on it, but eh. I think that's about as far as I'm gonna get in here. Don't see any drop-offs or anything like that. Would be kind of cool though. And I do need to go back and find some panaceas before. It may not even be a part of this particular zone. Yeah, there's almost certainly a way down there, but I don't see anything else down there, and I'm not particularly looking for the 18 silver from those Caligray hairs that badly, so we're gonna let him have his bonfire and his life. For now. We do have 2 Gregs now. That is a 200% increase in Greg this stream. Spooky. Thank you for the 60 bits, Bendy Bean. I appreciate you. Always do. And always will. I did kind of think that was you, too. You're gonna have to time yourself out, Bendy. I have a high perception roll. Sometimes. Now say that in the Darkest Dungeon narrator's voice, Alex. Your plans foiled, your ruse revealed. Cast in stark light against the torches. Flickering sucker. I don't know. Dude has a very fabulous, sinister narrator voice. Like, nailed it, my man. Nailed it. That dude was born with a full head of hair and a grizzled backstory. Wow, wow, wow.
Can I help you? Can I help you?
Does it? Does it?
Oi, now, what wonderful news! Thank you. Well,
Some
let's
food.
get to work.
Okay. Ah. 12 days, so I can do 2 rests.
So, what's on the agenda today?
Probably. A powerful Greg for powerful people.
So, what's on the agenda today?
So, what are we working on today? We're grateful to you.
7 days pass. 7 days pass. 7 days pass, and we're gonna do it again. 7 days pass. 7 days pass. Actually, no. I'm not gonna do it one more time. Maybe. Possibly. Give it back. Because it'll give me a chance to go out there and stab another ash giant. Okay. My beans. It is 10 o'clock Central. It has been 2 hours and a little bit of change since the start of our stream today. I appreciate you all very much for coming to visit me today and deciding to hang out with me. I appreciate you, each and every one, and I hope that you choose to come back to visit me again tomorrow and the day after that and after that. And even if you don't, you will still be a very good bean, and I still appreciate you for coming. And thank you. I'm working on it, Alex. You'll have some for next time, though, Spicer. All of you, please get some good. There you go. Alex got it for you, Spicer. No worries, console. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to play. I hope all of you have a wonderful rest of your night. I will see you tomorrow, and it doesn't really matter how I'm gonna feel, because I will see you tomorrow. I'm stubborn. Nighty night, everybody. I see you there, Dagon. Thanks for stopping by, too. Kapow.